And welcome back to, let's say, XCOM 2, or The Chosen, Episode 3. Resistance in the Black Site region, research, resistant communications. It's been less than a day, but I'm already like, I don't remember how to play this game.
The Councilman has tracked the alien black site to this region. Unfortunately, we don't have its exact coordinates yet. If we're going to have any chance of finding this facility, we'll need to make contact with the local resistance cell nearby. Tygan has a theory about how we might reach out to them without getting the aliens' attention, but we'll need to give him time to conduct his research. We shouldn't wait too long on that, Commander. We have to start making contact with other regions soon if we're going to build a global resistance and take on Advent.
New objective added.
Resistance in the Black Site region, research resistant communications, fly to the Black Site region, make contact.
Looks like you won't have time for that just yet, though. Remote reconnaissance may have found something not far from our current position.
Destroyed convoy. Commander with recent display members brought us hard activity that we want to investigate.
Avenger plotting new course.
So we're not doing the Black Site, or...
Commander, while we're waiting for new missions or the completion of our research, we can pass time by scanning at sites like this one. On your order, we'll start our scans of the surrounding area.
I have made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander.
We've had the troops digging through scrap piles and looting corpses, and at this point, we have to assume that a constant vigil for anything we could use to improve our gear. Our materials in the world won't mean much if we can't find use for them. I think this modular weapon's some good start, and push your existing design as far as I thought possible. A few key alien components will provide the much needed stability we've been looking for. These modifications in place, we should be able to attach larger upgrades for more power. Just like that. So we have... it doesn't. Coding Tinker. Okay, we can upgrade things. We're gonna upgrade.
Commander, during the course of our research, we made a startling breakthrough that has led us to another potential avenue of study. However, if we are to proceed down this path, we must do so immediately, or I fear we will lose our opportunity to return to it in the future.
So again, researching modular cannons.
I agree. That is an important task, Commander.
Archives. Well, okay.
I certainly admire the courage and tenacity displayed by our troops in the field. They face a well-armed, well-trained enemy, and yet they never waver in their loyalty to the cause.
When directed in our resistance analysts based on a thorough review of Advent's ongoing propaganda effort, the alien chief area of focus is directed towards the civilian emperor. This recruitment of increasing number of civilians in city centers, nurturing atmosphere to stretch to encourage self-reporting among city center inhabitants, and only that so-called dissident groups are to blame for perceived faults, selection nutritional beliefs and value systems in favor of adulation for the elders. North Tower is the central hub of the alien sonic network and the worldwide communication system. North Tower itself is a readable, identifiable fixture to those who are living in the city centers. Its overall function and the extent of its capabilities are still generally unknown. It's likely the Advent peacekeeping forces or coordinated from somewhere within the tower. In July of 2015, the coalition government, formerly known as Advent, was first proposed by a small group of human politicians who set forth intent on negotiation with elders, and mostly initially directed towards these peaceful alien visitors. They were receptive. What? Oh, this is Advent Public. Okay. Well, so they coexist despite their effective conquest of Earth's combined militaries, allowing for the pact of unification and establishing Advent's governance. Since Advent has effectively served humanity and created an environment of peace and prosperity, he conceived as a means to defend against unforeseen threats to the Earth at all. The XCOM project was first outlined during secretive planning sessions conducted throughout the year 1993. These early discussions were only meant to establish a theoretical principle of defense against an unknown enemy. All agreed upon preparation carried out by the Producing Council of Nations. And for more than 2 decades, the project remained dormant, with living personnel records maintained by an agreed-upon representative of the Council. In February, so that's spokesman. February 2015, long-distance scans indicate a number of large unidentified objects on a slow approach towards Earth. As agreed upon, the XCOM project was activated on February 10th. Personnel assignments filled by the latest div candidates on file in less than 2 months' time. So the teeny alien forces rather much of the planet as a developed world, leaving Sora as desperate and alone. This space has been allotted for use as a memorial to Texan's fallen soldier within the Avengers Bar facility. The area space individuals. Okay. Management screen, a variety of physical attributes can be adjusted along with a range of custom aesthetics choices. Recruitment. Then recruit from the army, you have the option of spending supplies to recruit new soldiers from the available pool. Income necessary, the number of available falls below a minimum of 4 needed to field the squad. Individual morale, XCOM allows for full customization. Individual weapons to better suit their preferences. It includes specific performance upgrades as well as custom colors and deco patterns. Also popular choice, you can modify soldiers' stuff. Okay, by the way, if you want to be a soldier in XCOM, I think XCOM 2, this goes through XCOM 1 as well, but XCOM 2, I believe specifically has a, like, you can just plug in files. So the GTA provides strategic overview. Scanning by selecting a contact or investigation site on the geoscape, you can use Venture's onboard sensors to scan the area for information. It can also be used as a means of passing time while conducting research or waiting construction. Then select one of the available sites listed on the geoscape map. And select the multiple option determines where to move the Venture. Time to spend on your location and which missions take priority. There are prompts when the time spent on missions available, otherwise choice is yours, which contacts, investigations, and things. From the Canada's Court, the full report is available. Current crew, all facilities, objectives from within selecting XCOM archives. From engineering, selecting building facility, present an array representing the space available for expansion. Remember, more the Avenger rooms filled with alien debris will require excavation before a new facility can be built. Engineers clear debris-filled rooms or by constructing facilities. You can build items, excavations, still crowded with alien debris. Then view engineers, bring a list of all of them. Inventory storage. Central Officer John Bradford, born November 17th, 1979. Manhattan, Kansas, United States. Limited service record, U.S. Military Intelligence, 1999. Signed to Operational Directive XCOM Project for February 14th, 2015. Serving in an organization role providing technical strategic support to XCOM Commanding Officer. Central Officer Bradford was chosen for his loyalty and commitment to the task at hand. Unfortunately, a gross underestimation of the alien technological advance and left Bradford and XCOM with limited capability to fend off the invasion. A week, 6 of their headquarters was infiltrated and destroyed. Organization in shambles. Bradford was apparently left to fend for himself, surviving the shadows, nurturing growing affection for distilled spirits. Time since he didn't manage to secure a connection with the resistance, laying the foundation for renewed XCOM operations across the globe. CO Bradford, I'm not sure who's filing the personnel reports these days. From my language, I'm guessing Tigan, but let's get a few things straight. No gross underestimation of the aliens. He knew exactly what was coming, and pulled together the best men and women that the offer wasn't enough. I used their own people against some kind of sign of control. So to get from this side, I did everything I could. I knew Shin got out. Track of Valen. Not too worried about it though. Either way, we've got the present to worry about, not the past. Okay, so I believe in XCOM Enemy Within, there's a thing where there is, after doing the first base mission, XCOM gets infiltrated or by a psionic attack or whatever, which is like XCOM Enemy Within's like whole trailer. Born June 24, 2007, Taipei, Taiwan. As chief engineer on board of the Avenger, Lily Shin relies on a background consistent primarily of hands-on practical experience learned from her father, Dr. Raymond Shin, although limited personnel records in this period still exist. What is known is that Shin and her father survived the invasion, later came to pioneer systems necessary to build the Avenger. In the time since her father passing, the younger Shin valued to XM in the Roaring Resistance movement, and among the leading experts left on Earth in the field of robotics, and perhaps the only one capable of integrating the alien components to such an advanced degree. Shitaigen, born May 12th, 1984, Chicago, Illinois, United States. Holding formal degrees in chemistry and pharmacology, Dr. Richard Teigen is once a respected member of the scientific community. Before the invasion, Dr. Teigen worked in the pharmaceutical industry, primarily studying immunosuppressant drugs for use with organ transplant procedures. With the collapse of the global economy following the war, Teigen was left with little alternative in the meaning of utilizing his skill set outside of Advent's widespread calls cooperation among the scientific community. Employed in one of the earliest gene therapy clinics, Teigen found himself thrust into a project dealing with cranial implants. This franchise realized some of the processes he witnessed while serving in Advent. Teigen sought contacts in the resistance in hopes of atoning for his contribution to Advent's work, and now a central figure in XCOM scientific pursuits, a crucial contributor fighting against alien dominion over Earth. All I know is I like Teigen way better than Valen because he doesn't yell at me. Full name unknown, birthday unknown, affiliation resistance. The reclusive NRI agent known only as spokesman, once the public representative of the council responsible for organizing the XCOM initiative. Collapse of Earth's established governments, all indications of the spokesman serving under Evan to no extent. Through his own mission, he apparently used his position to provide material support for the fledgling resistant movement. This time, the contact between spokesman and CEO Bradford was first reestablished. He eventually rescued the commander and the current operational status of the renewed XCOM coordinated resistance movement. Valen Moira, birthday unknown, Dr. Moira Valen, chief scientist serving XCOM announced the invasion in March of 2015. Information on Dr. Valen still exists following the destruction of XCOM's original headquarters. One of the Bradfords is now the only living member of the staff to have personal contact with her, and he generally remains aloof when pressed for further information. Notes of various remnants of data from the original XCOM database indicating aggressive pursuit of alien materials sought for study by Dr. Valen's living concern. Eventual outcomes in new theoretical research fields. Dr. Valen's status following the switch in XMHQ is unknown. No further contact has been established. Shannon Raymond, born... Why don't you use Doctor? September 9th, 1954, location unknown. Personnel records exist for the previous staff serving Center Invasion. It is known that Dr. Raymond Shen served as chief engineer during XCOM Project's activation in 2015, since alien activity on Earth. Although it is known that Shen and his daughter, current chief engineer Lee Shilton, saw the invasion, were integral to the aliens' recovery and rehabilitation. The exact deal is passing personal life closely held by those who knew him. Don't care. A lot of these. Examine that and contact the resistance. I mean, actually, let's, soldiers. Huh. Wow, there is a lot, yeah. A lot of stuff from, because remember, this isn't...
I can see the allure of the Advent Therapy Clinic. A few minutes under the knife and you've got a clean bill of health. Too bad you need a chip to get in.
What are those, though? I have to ask. Is that Siva back there? Aim could... Okay, who is the lowest aim? Okay, it's Werner. Oh god, this could have been well, no, you. So from what I understand, Mel wants to be a Templar, Warnock's want to be a Reaper, and then I'm gonna make Joey Sparks. Okay. Auto order. I don't know, I want them to do stuff, but I want their, like, guns and all that to work, but... Okay, whose weapon has the lowest clip size? Grenadier does, but otherwise we'll do Ranger then. Because now we can use weapon upgrades, so... Because the reason why I was a little confused, like, what? Is because, you know, in... So we can do a training center, laboratory, power relay, infirmary, guerrilla tactics. Yes, please.
Guerrilla will start work on the new facility right away, Commander. I'll send word when it's up and running. There's room for us to expand our facilities on board the Avenger, Commander, but we'll need more engineers to clear out space for construction first.
You are too trusting, John. The skirmishers are Advent. Advent is the enemy. The enemy is food.
Try not to bring that up when we meet, Volk.
You take their side after all we've seen these years.
Look, I'm not exactly having drinks with them, but they did hold up their end of the bargain. What about you?
Wait and see. Volk out.
Actually think they might show up. Commander, that was Konstantin Volokov, Volk to his friends. He and his Reapers are a big part of the reason why you're standing here today. Volk may be a little rough around the edges, but he's the real deal. Heads one of 3 resistance groups operating independently from us that we consider a legitimate threat to Advent. Together, they'd make one hell of a fighting force. Too bad they hate each other. Still, we've made some unlikely progress. Volk's Reapers may have found you, but they weren't acting alone. They were tipped off by a group of Advent defectors known as the Skirmishers. No one's big on working with these guys, knowing where they came from. But you wouldn't be here without their help.
Templars just exist,
Both
right?
the Reapers and the Skirmishers have agreed to suspend hostilities provided you serve as the go-between. Trust doesn't come easy between these two, so we're heading for a nice, quiet spot on neutral ground. Even so, let's not take any chances. Intel on this area is weak, and we're picking up strange chatter on comms. Not to mention we're ending a decade-long blood feud today. I'd advise our soldiers to be fully prepared before we deploy on this one, Commander. Good luck.
If you've got the time, we have a little bit of a situation here that could benefit from your help.
He's intermediate. Rogue's a scourge.
Not sure how long our contacts are going to wait for us, Commander, so I'd recommend we proceed as soon as possible. All available soldiers are standing by to deploy.
I don't even think you're gonna let me not do
Setting
that,
course
so...
for Sector 8, Mexico.
Each faction has agreed to allow a two-person squad to escort them to the rendezvous point. Hopefully that should be enough to keep them from killing each other. We've got a temporary ceasefire in place for the duration of the meet, but still, that doesn't mean we shouldn't be ready for anything. Commander, each of our soldiers has a unique relationship with their squad mates. As they complete combat missions together, their compatibility will grow and can eventually develop into a lasting bond.
How sweet. Incompatible out of friendship. We don't have a med kit. Whatever. I have a question. Why won't it let me... I didn't want you to, but I guess apparently I'm not allowed to use the other guys?
Sky Ranger deployed.
In position for deployment.
Oh, they're supposed to be in South America. So, enjoy the city, you know what to do. See ya.